Hello and welcome back to the channel. In today's video I'd like to do my first ever collection video, and with it being my first collection video I thought I'd start with the oldest console that I collect for. Now I say collect, I actually haven't bought any games for this console in almost 10 years, so yeah, there is a little history behind that. And well, basically I got nostalgic for this console about 10 years ago. I really wanted to play some of the older games that I had for it, and collect some games that I never played for it that I always wanted to. And I seem to have started it just as the kind of retro gaming boom started to really take off. So I was quite fortunate in being able to find some of these games on Amazon, which looking back on it is quite a feat, considering that a lot of sellers don't actually put detailed pictures on their listings. So with all that being said, let's get straight into it. I'm pretty sure all of these were bought on Amazon. I don't think I've actually bought any of these in person, because there isn't really anywhere close to me that does retro like this. But yeah, let's get straight into it with the console. The console that I managed to get myself is it a limited edition? I'm not 100% sure, but well, it actually says limited edition on the box in massive great writing, so yes, it must be limited edition. Got the GoldenEye console with the golden controller. Since having the idea to do this video, I looked into getting 3 more gold controllers, which I should be able to do, but I don't think I'll be able to get them boxed. So unless I want to import them from Japan, which I don't really necessarily want to do, but yeah, that's something to look at in the future. So should we just put that there for now? I'm not sure what we're going to do with that. For now, we're going to put that down here. Oh. The next game we have is the big box version of Lilac Wars. I'm not sure if this is kind of like a remake of Star Wing, but yeah, I wanted to get this one, and it is in pretty good condition. Some of the sides are a little bit tatty because that's where the stickers were in order to open it. But I did just open this to have a look inside it, and it is complete. It comes with a big book manual, quite possibly. I couldn't actually tell you because it's still in the plastic, and it also comes with the rumble pack as well, also in the plastic, which is great. Another accessory we'll just quickly go through is the expansion pack we got. I think there's only like 3 or 4 games that actually need the expansion pack, but of course I probably have 2 of those games, so I needed it. Right, getting straight into the games. This is maybe a slightly obscure one, but I remember I think seeing this game in a magazine and liking the cover as well. So I can't really get the glare off that one, but yeah, it's Hybrid Heaven by Konami. I needed a guide for this game when I was younger because I didn't know what the hell to do, and I don't think I got very far in it, but it's just a really unique title for the console. I have since watched videos on YouTube about it, which I mean, the game doesn't really seem to open up as much. from what I initially played. But then again, I could be wrong, and I maybe watched the wrong video on YouTube. Don't know. The next game is Star Wars Pod Racer or Racer. This one comes. Some of these come in protective sleeves, which I was very happy to get because they really help with maintaining the shape and protecting the game, which is, you know, their name. I actually got this one from Chill Out Games, so nice little shout out to that website if you know them at all. They're a seller on eBay, but they've also got their own website. I didn't have a eBay account then, so I would have used the website. But yeah, nice little racer there. I believe this has been upscaled and ported since to modern consoles. I say modern, PS4 as such. Keeping with the Star Wars theme, we've got Star Wars Rogue Squadron, the N64. Again, a little bit more battered, but overall in fairly good condition considering the age. I loved this game when I first started playing it. I cheated and unlocked cheats to play as the Millennium Falcon from the beginning. So yeah, that was fun. I believe this is a launch window title. Star Wars Shadows of the Empire, which is a story that is in between Empire and Return of the Jedi. I was happy when I was little that I saw that you got to see the main cast from the films, but you didn't get to play them at all. But still a pretty good game. I remember this was one of the games that actually sold me on wanting a Nintendo 64. And it was the game that I tried to sell my parents on in the catalogue. I was like, look at the graphics, it's like it's real. So yeah, that's another one there. We've got 1080 snowboarding. Again, all of these games I try to get complete in box as best I can and in the best condition I can. And I think I did a pretty good job considering that, like I said at the beginning, the listings on Amazon can be pretty weak depending on the seller, really. It can be hit and miss. You could get exactly what you wanted or not so much. Again, this is another one from Chill Out Games. This is Jet Force Gemini, which is a nice little platforming shooter from Rare. Yeah, that's all kind of. Again, it's maintained its shape, but it's a little tatty around the sides, but that's okay. I don't mind. I did try to fill out the collection with slightly different titles. I didn't just want the games that I grew up with. I wanted games that I also really wanted to play or never got a chance to play when I was younger. So there's games in this collection that I wouldn't necessarily have bought straight off the bat. The next one isn't one of them, but I just, you know, for anybody that actually knows me, they'd be like, why have you got that one? Just to fill out the collection really, and to give me more of a wider assortment of games to play. But the next one is Doom 64, which, if I'm completely honest, I haven't played this. So I'm not sure if it's just a recreation of the original Doom. Hang on, designed only for the N64. This all new version. So there you go. Just answered my question whilst filming this. it is a brand new version. So again, one day this channel will hopefully be the thing that ignites my want and need to go back to actually going through the, should we say, backlog. It's not really a backlog, it's an entire collection of things that I haven't actually played. This one is Tetrasphere. Yep, Tetrasphere for the N64, of course. Again, from Chill Out Games. A number of these games are actually from Chill Out Games. So Amazon and Chill Out Games. There you go, you're getting a massive massive shout out on this video. But yeah, again, nice boxes in good condition. Not too much. Some of these are quite actually battered. When I was getting these out, there's about 3 or 4 where I'm kind of like, ooh, if I can get another copy of that, I will. So this next game is one of those games where I wouldn't have necessarily bought this when I was younger. I wouldn't really necessarily buy it now, other than trying to give myself more of a wider taste in games. Just to, you know, you've got to try these things at least once, I suppose. Right, and that is Madden 64. So again, this box is in really good condition. Yeah, I'm impressed with the quality of this box. And I can't really say any much more than that. It's American football. I haven't played it, so yeah. Right, the next one is the new Tetris, and this one again is pretty self-explanatory. It's Tetris. The puzzle classic goes 64-bit. Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good condition, other than the top. The top's got some creases in it, but I'm not gonna be too sad about that for Tetris. Again, this is a game that I would never have bought, but originally, but I thought, why not? For some reason, I did actually have other friends in mind when buying this game, that I thought that maybe we could play together in a blue moon once, and that is Premiership Manager 64. I used to go around my friends a lot, and they would play Football Manager on the PC constantly, and I thought, well, I would get this and then maybe we could play together, and that hasn't happened, and I've never put it in the console myself, and without them I don't think I ever would. The next one is a slightly tatty box with some very obvious creases, and but that is Kobe Bryant in NBA courtside. And the reason why I got this was, again, because I wanted to broaden my horizons with different types of games. Now, normally I don't like stickers on boxes and stuff, but there's something about having original price stickers on older games where it just makes me go, huh, okay, that's how much it was originally, or that version. Yeah, there is a bit of creasing on the top there, which I don't like, but you know, given the game's probably almost 30 years old, I can deal with that. Or can I? Right, the next one again isn't necessarily one that I would go for when buying originally for the console, but again I wanted to get a wide net of games, so this one is FIFA 64 for the Nintendo 64. Yeah, it's a FIFA game, so yeah, I don't really know much more to say than that. I don't really play FIFA on any console, although again my buying habits has kind of got me to buy one FIFA game for each generation of console. So this is the one for the N64, and then I've gone and got FIFA 10 for the PS3, I think FIFA 20 for the PS4, and because they had that whole name change through not renewing the FIFA license, I'm probably going to get is it FC 23 or FC 24? Probably going to get that one for the PS5, even though, because I knew the license change or name change was happening, I went out and bought I think it was FIFA 23 for the PS5. So yeah, got that as well, and want FIFA FC 24 EA Football, whatever they call it now, because it's the first one. I'll get it, and then probably only play it once. The next video, not the next video, the next game in the video, Jesus Johnny, is V-Rally Edition 99. Again, wanting to get a wide range of games to play. I'm not massive on racers, but I do like them. I'm just not very good at them. That's why I'm not massive on them. It's because I'm actually not very good. But yeah, another one there. I had to get this one because I did play this game when I had it originally, and I don't want to say I was good at it, because it was ridiculously easy. I think the game was broken, to be honest. So I used to love playing this game. I used to be able to win it very easily, and that game is World Cup 98. I can close my eyes and see every single menu screen and the songs for this game. It is just embedded into my skull. And yeah, I used to be able to like score ridiculous amounts on this game. I used to be able to walk the ball into the goal. It's the only football game that I've really played, and game that I was good at. Maybe because the game was broken, I don't know. Another racing type game is Extreme G for the Nintendo 64. Why I keep on saying Nintendo 64, I don't know. This whole video is for the N64, so I do apologise. Again, a game from Chill Out Games, pretty good condition. I still use Chill Out Games to this day. I'm giving these guys a massive shout out on this channel, which is possibly not a good thing, because then, you know, more competition in buying the games, which is not good. Not good. Shut up, Matt. Right. Ridge Racer 64. This feels like a really big game. I don't know what's inside this game, but it is literally bulging. Yeah, it's Ridge Racer. It's on the 64. Arcade action on your Nintendo 64. Yep. Pretty good. Pretty good. Another racer, GT64. It's another racer. The Championship Edition. Yeah, designed for the Rumble Pack and designed for the N64 controller pack, which I'm not even sure what that is. Is that just a memory card? I have no idea. Yeah, another racer. Right, we're getting on to some of the games that I actually bought when I initially had the console. This one being Blast Corps. Now, I actually got this confused with, is it Body Harvest? So, I mean, they both have like main characters that are yellow and orange, so easily made, especially when I was like a kid when I first got this console. So, yeah. I played this game in the arcades when I was younger and I loved it, and that is Killer Instinct Gold. And I've managed to buy this game in a protector, and I shall keep it in a protector. I actually want a protector for all of them because it makes a lot of sense, but they're actually quite expensive in themselves. So let's get the games first, shall we? Yeah, Killer Instinct Gold, pretty good. And I think that was the last Killer Instinct up until the reboot on the Xbox One. Wave Race 64. Again, I think this is another launch window title. I don't believe it came out at launch, but I believe it was in the 3 to 4 months after launch. Not really sure, but Wave Race, a classic on the N64. Another classic franchise for the Nintendo is F-Zero X, or F-Zero. I played a lot of F-Zero on the Super Nintendo, and for me it was just a no-brainer. It's a Nintendo franchise which did it have a GameCube version? I'm not too sure, I can't remember. But if it did, it was the last version, I think. I don't think there has been a racer or an F-Zero game since, if there was one on the GameCube. But still, pretty good, pretty good. This was a launch title game because supposedly there were only 2 when it initially launched, because I watched a video on the N64. I don't want to say in preparation for the video, because the video didn't really say anything to me about the N64 that I didn't already know. But I didn't know that there was only 2 launch games. I must have got the N64 maybe a month or two, a few months after it actually launched, because I got mine for Christmas, and I got a few games for Christmas. One being GoldenEye and Mario Kart. So yeah, Pilot Wings, a launch title game. I wanted this game literally because it is another version of a known franchise, and it was a 64 version, and that is Wipeout 64. Again, pretty damn good copy considering the age. I haven't actually played this game though, although I very much would like to. And I've actually been buying all of the Wipeout games that I possibly can. You'll see some of those in future collection videos. The next one, another racer, Top Gear Rally. I don't know if this has anything to do with the TV show. I doubt it very much. I think it's just a coincidence. This is called Top Gear, and we had TV show in the UK called Top Gear. Again, I've not actually played this. I don't know if this has got sun damage or if it's just the colours that they've chosen to use, but it's a funny yellow and a funny purple, so yeah. One of the battered games I've got that I would possibly try to replace at some point if I could would be for this one, Duke Nukem 64. Again, just another title, possibly upscaled or not for the Nintendo 64. I don't believe that this is a brand new game for the N64, kind of like what they did with Doom. I think this is just a straightforward port, but it is a nice game to have for the collection. I played a lot of Duke Nukem on the PlayStation, and again, it has a nice Electronics Boutique sticker on it there, which, if you remember Electronics Boutique. Now, this game, I have to admit, is one of the games that I bought the console for, because part of me buying games, sometimes I buy not very good games. So let's just say not very good. Rubbish games. I like buying rubbish games as well as the good games. But this game has a soft spot in my heart because of the character. This game being Superman 64. This game is awful. Absolutely terrible. It's an awful game. There's loads of videos online about it. It's in a lot of top 10 worst of all time. I remember going to Toys R Us to buy this. This is the game that I would look at on the way home. This was the game that I was referring to in that video. I saw this game in a magazine, I don't know when, but I was a big fan of Superman when I was little, still a massive fan of Superman now, and when I saw that they were making a game, I got very excited. And when this game finally came out, my mum took me to Toys R Us and we bought it. And I think within half an hour of taking it home, I wanted to take it back. It's really not a good game. Really not a good game. I really like this particular one because I didn't know when I was buying it, but I don't know if you can see down on this, you won't be able to see it, but down on this side, it still has the plastic cellophane. So whoever bought it literally tore off the Nintendo seal, took the plastic off, and left this whole side with the cellophane seal on it. So yeah, you're not gonna be able to see it. It's in a box protector, so you're not gonna be able to see it. So this was actually one of the reasons why I got an N64 again. For there's a handful of games that I was nostalgic for and got an N64 again, and this was one of them, surprisingly. Yeah. I do have a few of the staples. I don't have a lot of games that people will possibly try to get first. Like I said at the beginning of the video, I seem to have gotten quite lucky with buying some games before the big boom. I don't actually have any of the more rarer or more expensive games now. I just went and bought the games that, like I said, I was either nostalgic for and wanted to play the game again on the console, or I wanted to buffer out the range of games that I had. But one of the initial games that I got again was Perfect Dark, and luckily, again, it came in a box protector. Now this looks like a very well looked after copy of the game. There doesn't appear to be very many marks on the sides at all. There is a little bit of scuffing on the corners, but other than that, and there's not really much I can say about Perfect Dark that hasn't already been said. Not that I've really talked about the games too much, but yeah, you can get it on the Rare collection. But such a good game, such a good game. I actually have a real soft spot for this game. I like how the shooting is. This game being, the world is not enough. The, shall we say, eagerly anticipated follow-up to GoldenEye. The license had moved to EA at this point, and I think they might have done Tomorrow Never Dies on PlayStation, but then I think they wanted to kind of replicate the type of game and gameplay as what we had in GoldenEye, and they didn't really do that, but they did their best. My favourite level, I think, is the opening level in MI6. I really like that. They don't really have, it's not ragdoll physics, but there's some sort of physics where the enemies like kind of fall, how they die is kind of unique to this game, which I liked. So getting to one of the most, or the most well-known probably N64 game, arguably, is GoldenEye. And again, this is one of those games that I wanted because I was nostalgic for it. It does have a little price sticker on it, $29.99. I have no idea where that was originally bought. It does have a sticker on the back for virtual games, so I'm not sure if they're still there in Tilehurst. So a little shout out to them. But I mean, what can I say about GoldenEye that hasn't been said a trillion times by now? So getting into the last few games, these games are all for the same franchise. So I have, I believe, all of the Turok games for the N64. Now this game is battered. This one and the next one is quite beaten up, but I can't for the life of me find other copies that are in good condition. But then, having said that, I haven't really looked in the past decade. So maybe this will be the video that sparks the need to play and collect for this console again. Now this one, I think personally might be, or is, sun damaged. It definitely is, but it's Turok 3 Shadow of Oblivion. I do believe this trilogy of games has been, shall we say, not remade, but they've been re-released through limited run games. I don't know if they've done the third one, actually. Come to think of it, I don't know if they've done the third one, but I do know that they've done the original two, and those original two are also here. I really did like these games. I like the second one the most. I think it was, would I say it was perfected? I'm not too sure, but the guns were a lot of fun, the levels were a lot more fun than what the first one was. The first one, I want to say, is a launch window title, maybe came out within the first 6 months or so of the console coming out. And you can kind of tell that with how sparse it is. But yeah, another good first-person shooter on the N64. And finally, the last game that I have is Turok Dinosaur Hunter, which, I mean, you kind of knew was coming, considering that I said I believe I have all of the games for the series. I never actually played any Turok games after this, apart from the the reboot they did for the PlayStation 3 and 360, which I could not get on with because I felt that the shooting in that game was quite floaty. So there we have it. It's my first collection video. It is the oldest console that I own, the Nintendo 64. Yeah, that's pretty much it. What are your memories of the N64? Did you have one? Do you want one? Comment in the comment section below and let me know. And if you like this video, let me know as well. Again, it's my first video, pretty much completely unedited. I didn't stop it at all, apart from the 1 or 2 times where the video kind of stopped itself. But yeah, thank you all for watching, and you'll see me all again soon. Bye.